This film, I loved it, by the way. But it's one of those films. If someone says to me, "Can I describe it?" and you
can't.
It's very tough. I was wondering about getting it off the ground because I guess when you've got to sit down with studios and producers, you've got to try and put it into a sort of short sentence. And when you do that, it sounds like a difficult film to green light. How was that process for you?
Well, I was very lucky in that I didn't have to pitch the film at all. I just wrote a script, and I wrote the script that I wanted, and then that script made its way around Hollywood, and then basically people who read it loved it, and it sort of, I feel like the screenplay did the pitching for itself, and then Fox Searchlight read it, and they said that they just sort of said, we want to do this, we should just do it. So I didn't have to go in and paint any pictures really, because I was lucky enough that the screenplay did all the work for me.
And from the offset, was it always the idea for you to play Hitler, or was that something that came in a bit later on?
That came in about 6 years after I wrote the script. I mean, look at me. I'm not... Well, part of this says I should play Hitler.
That moustache is way too long.
Yeah, I know. How it is as short as I can get the edges. About 6, I went off and made... So I wrote the script, and then I went off and made 3 films, and then came back to it, and that's when Searchlight wanted to make it. And at that point, they were encouraging me to play that part. So, and I didn't need much encouragement, because I think I'm probably the best actor in the world. So.
But I mean, I was reading some actors did say no. Does that surprise you that people are still a bit apprehensive about playing? Because it was such in this setting. It feels.
Which actors?
I don't know. I've read.
You know their names?
I was going to ask you. That's my next question.
Oh.
Oh no! I think you said that some actors were hesitant, maybe, to get him to play Hitler, or would be.
I mean, maybe so I heard, I guess, through maybe some agents. Like, what happened was we finished the script and sent it out to, like, agencies, and then they suggest people to you. I think it's actually more the agents that are hesitant. Yeah, I'm not sure. After the film came out, I heard a lot of people saying, oh, I wish I'd done that. Too late.
Did you have an imaginary friend when you were growing up?
No. I didn't need to because it was very popular.
So I just wondering about how you stumbled across this novel. Was it given to you with the idea of maybe you writing a screenplay? Or had you already read it just off your own back and just thought, God, this could make a great film?
No, my mum suggested I read this book. She was reading it and she really enjoyed it, and the book's called Caging Skies. And so I read it, and I found that there were lots of moments in there that felt very cinematic and lent themselves towards a film. And here we are.
So I'm going to obviously speak about future endeavours. So Love and Thunder obviously is coming up. I'm just wondering about, because in the MCU, there's this kind of inclination to constantly try and reinvent itself. And I think obviously Ragnarok did that brilliantly. It kind of gave for a whole new life and kind of added a kind of comedic element. I'm just wondering tonally with the next one, are we going to see quite a similar kind of film to Ragnarok? Are you intending to kind of change things up a little bit?
I feel like this one should be sort of like a gritty drama, sort of that pays homage to 70s movies like Taxi Driver and stuff. I think no one's done that yet, so I feel like that's really the angle for Thor, the Space Viking. No, it's going to be exactly like the same tone and everything that we did with Ragnarok, but we're going to continue it and make it bigger and more ridiculous and more bombastic and more wild and Shh.
Because I mean, you're at the moment you seem to be one of the most sort of sought after filmmakers in Hollywood. Are you just really enjoying this kind of period? Because I mean, obviously there's some idea that people say, oh, you should take a break, but actually at the moment it feels like there's a bit of a wave, and are you just enjoying kind of this moment where you're just lots of stuff's coming your way, lots of great projects as well, and it must be quite an enjoyable time in your career at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, I feel like I was on a break for most of my life before I was a filmmaker. So I feel like this is a good time to be on that wave. Except that I'm not really surfing this wave. I'm more like I just launched off as it was breaking, and then I fell off the surfboard, and I'm just being carried along by the wave and basically drowning, and waiting until I get washed up on the shore, covered in cuts.
On that note, it was lovely to speak.
I thought that was a really nice,
nice image.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!